Hey,
Good.
hey, rock and roll. Annie, good.
Russia. We're right in there with Russia, right? At the moment. I went to Russia before the wall came down with Pink Floyd, right? Which was an experience. And we've done 10 nights in Moscow with Pink Floyd.
Day, right?
We stayed in this hotel just right off Red Square. It was 4,000 rooms in this hotel. There was 1,000 rooms on each floor. It was
I think I've stayed there. It's fucking nightmare.
it was crazy. Yeah, they were just. We got there at like 7 in the evening. I got into my room about 4 in the morning because they were just going round the hotel, knocking on doors, and the person would answer the door, and they would throw them out the room to put one of our guys in there. It was absolute crazy, and we were told before we got there, be careful, don't buy anything on the black market. The ruble, just use rubles. It's 1 ruble for $1, 1 ruble for £1. You just walk around the hotel. You got 10, 15, 20 rubles for £1 or $1. You know, you could buy gold, caviar, girls, anything you wanted without leaving the hotel. It was just crazy. It was a crazy time. There was no set up bar, so we created our own in this corner, like in a lobby type area on one of the floors, and we created this bar. It was fantastic. We had the road crew going out, finding plants that were around the hotel, bringing them to the bar. We got a piano. You know, in the end, the hotel brought in a bar and a bartender to serve us, you know, because we were just doing our own thing there. And it became the place to be. It became the place to be. It was just out of the...
Well, my Russian story.
So that's my Russian
story is I did
forever.
Moscow on ice in 95, 96, right after the Cold War, I mean. And I just finished, I believe, Foreigner, and I just wanted to go home and see my daughter, you know,
Yeah.
Kate. And they're like, no, Wilko, you got to do this show because you're not going to take this shit. And it's like, well, okay, let me go upstate New York and check it out. So I go upstate New York. There's about fucking 200 people fucking backstage. So I'm like, I got the interpreter. I was like, who the fuck are all these people? He goes, oh, makeup and wardrobe. I'm like, yeah, but most of them are asleep. I mean, they're not going to work with me if they're fucking sleeping. So at the end of the day, I sent 40 people home because they were the parents of some of the skaters and management. And they were like, well, this is America. You can afford this. I was like, yeah, not on this fucking tour, mate. On your bike, fucking send them home, right? So all the management were like, this is what we do in Russia. And I'm like, let me tell you one thing, you motherfucker. You're not in Russia. You're in the United States of America. And this is how we do things. In fact, you can get the fuck out of here as well, you know. So I sent him home. But it was crazy. They didn't have any production. Lied like mothers. I was like, was it a Zamboni or something where you drive on and make the ice? I was like, where's that? Oh, that's in Turkey. Oh, it's doing me really good that I'm in fucking Florida, you know. So I had to send everybody home. They came back in October. The skaters were half the size. There was no food in Russia. They went straight downstairs in the Taj Mahal and made themselves sick because they had no food for like 4 or 5 weeks, you know. But the show was absolutely, once it was sorted and all the bullshit thrown out, the show was fantastic. I mean, it was the best ice show I ever saw, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people worldwide didn't see it because it was absolutely brilliant, you know.
I don't think it'd be too popular right now.
Nah, we'll never get a gig now. Nah. Especially at
Might
Hartlepool.
want to save this episode for later.
No, when I was there with when I was there with Floyd, we took a semi with our own food in. Of course, we had caterers, but we took one semi. All it had in was food, right? And just trying to get all that food through customs. The customs guy didn't know what courgettes were, and we just said cucumbers. Oh, okay, they're fine. You know, they'd never seen bananas, never ever seen a fucking banana. These guys, you know, and these are the customs officers. You know, just crazy. And in the hotel one morning, I got up and went down for breakfast in the hotel rather than go to the gig. I thought, no, I'll eat in the hotel. I went down for breakfast. They had peas.
What year was that?
And
Mal, what
beetroot.
year was that? What year was that?
That was it. Peas, beetroot. 86, 87. Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Delicate Sound of
Yeah, they didn't
Thunder.
have much
Before the
food
war,
considering
yeah,
the size of the country, you know.
86,
What was going on with the food? Because, yeah, I mean, after the cold...
yeah, they were queuing up. If you went out the hotel, I went for a walkabout one day. They were queuing up to buy cabbages. That's all the shop had was cabbages, and there was a queue a mile long, you know, to buy a cabbage. You could at that time you could get anything, and I do mean anything, for a packet of Marlboros. You know, we were getting our laundry. We were getting our laundry done for a packet of cigarettes. These ladies in the hotel would just take all the laundry well, the wardrobe girl, Carol, just took it back to the hotel, gave it to these ladies. They'd wash it all by hand. Then they would go to the sauna in the hotel, chuck everybody out so they could turn off the steam and hang up everything to dry. They didn't have dryers. They washed everything by hand. No dryers. They'd throw everybody out of them and just hang it all up, you know. And we were feeding the catering assistants at the gig. We were feeding them the same as what we were eating. They could not believe it. You know, we were having steaks. You know, we were having good food backstage. We had our own caterers, a team of caterers with a truck full of food. And these people were going, do I have to eat this? And we were saying, no, you don't have to eat. You can leave it if you want. No, I don't want to leave it. I want to take it home to feed the family.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy. It doesn't sound like Russia has moved
we're all
on very
gigging
much.
in 95, 96.
You know, apart from the rich have
We're all
got...
gigging in 95, 96. How much per diems were we getting? Can anybody remember?
$25, $30, I think.
I was paying the top skater.
95...
95, 96. How much per diems were you getting? Yeah. Yeah.
Per diem,
I was paying the top
$100 a day.
skaters $15. And the secondary skaters were getting $10. But I was feeding them 3 meals a day, which was a nightmare. Trying to get a restaurant to do it, you know.
Yeah,
And there was four skaters. We nicknamed them the fishermen.
yeah.
And they went, Derek, you get me vodka. I go get fish. And they were fucking pulling fish out of the ocean 7 days a week. It was classic. They were beautiful, beautiful people, I tell you. The management, the people in charge, you know, that's why I sent them home. Get the fuck out of here. You know. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad what's going on now.
Well, when we were with Floyd, we had the Minister of Culture that got Pink Floyd into the country and like the promoter. He never met the English ambassador. And we sat, and at the gig, one of the gigs, we sat them next to each other. And that was the first time they'd ever met. This Minister of Culture for Russia had met the English ambassador because they were at the gig and they were in the the mixing desk, we had a lot of chairs there, primo seats, and we sat them there. We had tea. We were invited for afternoon tea at the British Embassy, and this minister wanted to come with us, and we were saying, we can't take you into the British Embassy. He was saying, yeah, I'll just come with you. I'll just come with you. We can't do that. We can't take you in there just on, the off chance. But
Very
it was
diplomatic.
crazy. It was just absolutely crazy. We were listening into all our phone calls, everything, They really were, because, I mean, there was one of our catering girls, she was on the phone to a partner back in England and said, oh, I really miss you, I'm really lonely. About 10 minutes after she hung up the phone, there's a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Yeah. Oh, you're lonely tonight? Would you like some
It was the bus driver.
Where's the Facebook?
some geezer, I've done the same thing. I did, honestly, I swear, I did the same thing, and 10 minutes after I hung up the phone, knock on the door, open the door, these two girls are staying there. Yeah? Oh, you'd like some company?
How about a
two
pack of
of us
Marlboro?
for $20 US, I said, no, 10,
Well, that's what the men's mouth, 10 each.
10.
You should have given
Yeah.
him 20 and asked for some change.
But that's a whole Russian
I would have got
episode right there.
rubles.
That's
They would have given me a
Russia.
ruble.
Yeah.
I'll
Heartbeat.
have to until a suitable time.
I mean, two of the crew went out looking around town at night. We were told not to go out at night. These guys went out the hotel at night in a taxi, went out, and they were trying to get a taxi to come home, and nobody would pick them up. They were going, blanking them. And this taxi was arguing with them, and they were saying, we want pounds, we want dollars, we want pounds, we want dollars. And the crew guys were going, only got rubles, mate. Take us back there for rubles. We know. And somebody appeared out the shadows and went, something in Russian. The taxi driver went, oh, get in, lads. Take you back to the hotel. No charge, no charge. They were being followed. Everything was
I mean,
monitored
the same as
while
when we
we
were
were
in
there.
the States. There was people following us all the time from Russia, check it out. Because there was a lot of them were like doing the running,
Yeah.
Oh, where's he today? Oh, she just got busted somewhere else. Yeah, they were just leaving that show like flies on a shit.
Yeah. She just got a busted Phoenix. She's
legless.
fucked off the Phoenix. Yeah. She's legged it somewhere
Two
warm.
legs over easy in
It's
Phoenix.
pretty depressing. I'm all depressed now. I went to Russia, but it was in a tourist thing. It was a little bit. It was still the same, but not as heavy. This was in 2000.
No, this was still the Cold War, 86,
Oh,
87.
There was still
They sent this. We played at the Olympic Stadium in Greece. Was the gig that we'd done before we went to Moscow, and the Russian government, sent an Antonov,
Cargo.
this
Big cargo.
huge,
Biggest cargo plane in the
massive
world.
aeroplane. But the top end of it had seats in it, so we had a lot of the crew, ourselves, all the band entourage was on there. And we walked on there, and the flight attendants and what have you were all there. They were sitting around drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And we went on there, and they went, no, you're not allowed in here. This is for VIPs. And we went, we are the VIPs. Get the fuck out, And they looked at us, and we went, yeah, we're Pink Floyd. We are the They disappeared. We've never seen them again. never seen them again until we landed. I don't even remember seeing them when we landed. They give us no safety instructions. Didn't ask us to put seatbelts. Nothing.
Give me the bottle of vodka.
Nothing at all. They just disappeared.
Hey, he's a bottle of Stoli.
If you go on a Russian plane, in case of emergency, you break the glass. There's a bottle of vodka in there.
Though. We went out for dinner.
We
Great
talk over each other.
vodka.
Oh, Cragsy's fucked up again.
That's all.
Great
That's
vodka
all
when we went
depressed
out.
now. I
There
have
was
to leave.
vodka and caviar in every spot.
I think we're getting overlap here. I'm all depressed now. All that Russian stuff.
What?
I have to leave. I'm
Where the
afraid.
fuck are you going?
I
Moscow?
have an appointment. I have an appointment.
But
I
it's
have an
very
appointment. I
typical.
make my apologies, but
Yeah. He's very depressed. He's going to go and fucking
Yeah, he's going to
Chop
choke the
himself.
monkey.
I think you got 2 slabs of stuff to use there, Mark. I mean, you can chop it up.
yeah. He's going to
Well,
choke.
Cragsy, we
Going
can
to choke
stay
the
on.
monkey.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
Granny,
carry
I'll
on.
give
I
you a call- I'll
apologize.
give you a
I
call
have to leave
tomorrow.
the studio.
Are you going to be around tomorrow?
Thanks,
I'll give you a
Mark.
call tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.